Welcome to the Bedtime Lab, where we gently explore the fascinating world of knowledge as we drift into a peaceful slumber. Tonight, let's delve into the wondrous realm of ancient astronomy history, a subject that takes us on a journey through time and space, tracing the footsteps of our ancestors as they looked up at the stars with wonder and curiosity. As you settle in, perhaps you're listening from a cozy corner of the world. Feel free to share where you're tuning in from in the comments. It's always delightful to know where our sleepy facts are being heard. Let me share something interesting with you. Ancient astronomy is truly like opening a time capsule filled with the marvels of human ingenuity and celestial wonders. Did you know that the ancient Babylonians were some of the earliest astronomers? They gazed at the night sky and meticulously recorded their observations on clay tablets over 4,000 years ago. Imagine them, sitting under the same stars we see today, with their eyes fixed on the heavens, wondering about the mysteries above. Speaking of Babylon, here's another fascinating fact. These early astronomers were able to predict lunar eclipses with surprising accuracy, using a cycle they discovered called the Saros cycle. This cycle, lasting about 18 years, 11 days and 8 hours, allowed them to foresee these celestial events with remarkable precision. Can you imagine the awe and reverence such predictive power must have instilled in their communities? Now, let's journey over to ancient Egypt, where a different kind of astronomical marvel was taking place. Did you know that the Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with the cardinal points with uncanny precision? This alignment with north, south, east, and west is so exact that modern technology has confirmed its accuracy to within a fraction of a degree. Such careful alignment suggests an advanced understanding of astronomy that goes beyond mere architecture. And here's something truly enchanting. The ancient Egyptians also associated Sirius, the dog star, with the annual flooding of the Nile, a crucial event for their agriculture. They noticed that Sirius would rise just before dawn in late summer, heralding the coming floodwaters which would enrich their lands. This celestial event marked the beginning of their new year and was so important that it was inscribed into the very fabric of their society. Moving on to an equally intriguing civilization, the Maya of Central America developed one of the most accurate calendars of the ancient world. Did you know that the Maya calendar system was so sophisticated it calculated the solar year to within a fraction of a day of modern measurements? Imagine living in a society where time was so intricately tied to the movements of celestial bodies. Now, let's wander over to ancient China, where astronomers were keenly observing the stars as well. They documented what is possibly the earliest recorded supernova in 369 BC. This celestial explosion was so bright it was visible in broad daylight for weeks. The Chinese astronomers' meticulous records of such events have provided modern scientists with invaluable data to understand the life cycle of stars. Speaking of supernovae, did you know that ancient astronomers often associated these brilliant bursts in the sky with significant earthly events? In many cultures, a supernova could herald the birth of a great leader. The sky was seen as a grand stage where the drama of existence played out in luminous splendor. And here's something delightful. The ancient Greeks were profound thinkers and observers of the stars too. Pythagoras, the famous mathematician, believed that the Earth was a sphere long before it became a widely accepted fact. His reasoning was that the sphere was the most perfect shape, and of course, the heavens and the earth must be perfect in form. In the realm of Greek astronomical achievements, we cannot forget to mention the Antikythera mechanism. Discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece, this ancient device is sometimes referred to as the first analog computer, designed to predict astronomical positions and eclipses decades in advance. Can you imagine the ingenuity and craftsmanship required to create such a sophisticated tool over 2,000 years ago? Now, drifting further east, let's ponder upon the ancient Indian astronomers who also made significant contributions to our understanding of the cosmos. Aryabhata, an Indian mathematician and astronomer, proposed the remarkable idea that the Earth rotates on its axis, a concept that would not become common knowledge in the Western world until many centuries later. Lastly, let's gently glide to ancient Persia, where astronomers played a pivotal role in both science and culture. Did you know that they developed some of the earliest known astrolabes? These intricate instruments were used to solve problems related to time, astronomy, and navigation, and were precursors to the sextants used by sailors centuries later. As we weave through these marvelous tales of ancient astronomy, you're invited to imagine the night skies of long ago, filled with the same stars that sparkled in the eyes of our ancestors. Their observations laid the groundwork for our modern understanding of the universe, reminding us of the timeless bond between humanity and the cosmos. So, as you drift off to sleep, let the stories of these celestial pioneers guide you into a restful night. Allow your mind to wander as we explore more mysteries hidden in the ancient skies. Did you know that the ancient Sumerians were among the first to divide the sky into constellations? They identified what they called the heavenly writing, grouping stars into patterns that held cultural significance. These early constellations laid the foundation for the zodiac signs we recognize today. It's amazing to think how their celestial observations have influenced astrology across centuries and cultures. Here's a delightful thought. The ancient Greek philosopher Anaxagoras proposed that the sun was not a god, as many believed, but a fiery ball larger than the entire Peloponnesian peninsula. This idea was revolutionary at the time, as it challenged traditional views and paved the way for a more scientific understanding of our solar system. Can you imagine the courage it must have taken to question such deeply held beliefs? Turning to another corner of antiquity, did you know that the ancient Chinese astronomers were the first to document comets with detailed illustrations? They referred to them as broom stars due to their long tail-like appearance. These records helped in understanding the periodic nature of comets, an insight that would much later lead astronomers like Edmund Halley to predict the return of Halley's comet with astonishing accuracy. Speaking of celestial bodies, the ancient Greeks had their own theories about the moon. Aristotle believed the moon was a perfect sphere, yet filled with ether, a mysterious substance thought to make up the heavens. This concept of ether persisted for centuries, illustrating how early ideas about the cosmos could capture imaginations even in their imperfections. Let's glide over to Mesoamerica, where the Aztecs developed a fascinating understanding of Venus. They meticulously charted the planet's movements, using it to synchronize their calendar and plan major events. Venus was seen as a divine symbol, and its appearances were believed to signal significant changes in the world. The dedication to such precise observations is truly inspiring. In ancient Rome, the statesman Cicero marveled at the music of the spheres, a philosophical concept suggesting that celestial bodies moved according to mathematical equations, creating a harmonious sound inaudible to human ears. The idea of the universe as a grand symphony is a testament to the creativity and wonder with which ancient peoples viewed the cosmos. Let's not forget the wisdom of the Arab astronomers who preserved and expanded upon Greek and Roman knowledge. Did you know that Al-Biruni, a Persian scholar, accurately calculated the Earth's circumference long before the age of discovery? His work was incredibly precise, and demonstrated the advanced mathematical skills of the time. In the vast openness of the Arabian desert, these scholars gazed at the stars and recorded their positions with such accuracy that medieval European astronomers would later rely on these records to navigate the seas. Their meticulous observations were like a bridge connecting ancient and modern worlds. Here's a soothing thought for you. The Caracol, an ancient Mayan observatory in Chichen Itza, was built to align precisely with the movements of celestial bodies. The spiral staircase inside mirrors the path of the stars, creating an architectural embodiment of the universe itself. Such structures served both practical and ceremonial purposes, illustrating the sacred relationship between earth and sky. As the night deepens around you, consider the incredible story of Hipparchus, a Greek astronomer who is often credited with creating the first comprehensive star catalogue. He even discovered the precession of the equinoxes, a slow wobble in Earth's rotation. This was a monumental discovery, revealing the dynamic nature of the heavens. Moving to the Indian subcontinent, the Surya Siddhanta, an ancient astronomical text, includes descriptions of time cycles that stretch millions of years. Such grand scales of time reflect a profound understanding of both cosmic and earthly cycles, offering a perspective that stretches the imagination. The ancient Egyptians, with their deep connection to the stars, aligned temples and monuments with specific astronomical events. The temple of Abu Simbel, for example, is oriented so that twice a year the sun illuminates statues of gods within its innermost chamber. This precise alignment highlights the Egyptians' exceptional skill in marrying architecture with astronomy. In the land of the pharaohs, the heliacal rising of Sirius signified the start of a new year, tying the celestial with the terrestrial in a cycle of renewal that continues to captivate the human spirit. Imagine ancient Egyptians gathering to witness this annual event, filled with hope and anticipation, mirroring the eternal cycle of life. As you gently drift deeper, let the tales of these ancient astronomers inspire a sense of wonder and connection with the cosmos. Their observations, calculations, and interpretations remind us of the beauty inherent in the universe and our enduring quest to understand it. So, as you close your eyes tonight, let these stories of celestial discovery and ancient wisdom cradle your thoughts, guiding you into a realm where the secrets of the universe are revealed softly, like whispers across the ages. Speaking of the enduring quest to understand the universe, let me share with you a fascinating insight from ancient Babylonia. Did you know that Babylonian astronomers were among the first to develop a sophisticated system for predicting lunar and solar eclipses? They meticulously recorded celestial events over centuries, which allowed them to recognize patterns and predict these phenomena with remarkable accuracy. Imagine the wonder and awe these ancient sky watchers must have felt as they witnessed the sky's great spectacles unfold according to their calculations. Transitioning to ancient Greece, have you heard of Aristarchus of Samos? He was one of the earliest proponents of a heliocentric model, suggesting that the Earth revolved around the Sun. This idea was revolutionary and largely dismissed in favor of the geocentric model until much later. The courage to propose such a radical idea speaks to the visionary spirit of those early thinkers who dared to see the universe differently. Now, turning our gaze to the starry vaults of ancient India, did you know that Indian astronomers of the Gupta period had a surprisingly accurate understanding of the planets' positions? The astronomer Aryabhata calculated the length of the year with astonishing precision, only a few minutes off from what we know today. Such precision, achieved without modern instruments, reveals a deep and intuitive grasp of cosmic mechanics. And here's another intriguing fact. The ancient Polynesians were exceptional navigators, using the stars to traverse vast ocean distances long before the advent of the compass. They read the night sky like a map, relying on star paths and the positions of specific constellations to guide their journey across the Pacific Ocean. Their knowledge was passed down orally through generations, a testament to their deep connection with the heavens. Moving on to a different culture, did you know that the Aboriginal Australians have one of the oldest continuous astronomical traditions in the world? Their oral traditions and cultural stories contain a wealth of astronomical knowledge, including star maps and explanations for celestial phenomena that have been preserved for tens of thousands of years. These stories illustrate how the night sky serves as both a guide and a repository of cultural memory. Imagine traveling back to ancient Mesopotamia, where scholars developed the practice of dividing the sky into degrees, laying the groundwork for concepts like latitude and longitude. This practice allowed them to chart the heavens with precision, contributing to the development of astrology and astronomy as intertwined fields. The idea of measuring the sky in such a systematic way was innovative, opening new horizons for exploration. In the heart of the Andes, the Inca civilization had their own unique approach to astronomy. Did you know that they used the movement of the sun to design their agricultural calendar? They built structures such as Intihuatana, a stone pillar that served as a solar clock, helping them determine the most auspicious times for planting and harvesting. This alignment of architecture with celestial cycles reflects a profound understanding of the interconnectedness between heavens and earth. And here's a little nugget of wisdom from ancient China. They were pioneers in recording solar and lunar eclipses over 2,000 years ago. The Chinese astronomers created detailed records, not just to predict future eclipses, but also as omens that could influence imperial decisions. Their records are some of the oldest continuous observations of eclipses, demonstrating a sustained curiosity and reverence for the cosmic order. Let's wander back to Greece for a moment to appreciate the work of Ptolemy, whose geocentric model of the universe dominated scientific thought for over a millennium. Even though his model was eventually replaced by the heliocentric view, Ptolemy's work was foundational, illustrating the complex motions of the planets and setting the stage for future astronomers to build upon. His influence shows how scientific ideas can evolve over time. From the Arabian Peninsula, we find the remarkable contributions of al-Khwarizmi, whose works in mathematics and astronomy included the development of tables for calculating the positions of the sun, moon, and planets. His contributions laid important groundwork for later developments in both fields, demonstrating the intricate interplay between mathematics and the study of the stars. In the chill of the northern skies, the Norse people had their own stories of the cosmos. Did you know that their mythology included a cosmic tree, Yggdrasil, which connected different realms of existence, including the heavens? The stars were seen as sparks from the primordial fires of creation, a poetic vision of the universe that intertwined their spiritual beliefs with the natural world. And finally, imagine the meticulous efforts of ancient Egyptian astronomers who could determine the cardinal points with such precision that they aligned the Great Pyramid at Giza nearly perfectly with the cardinal directions. Such alignment required a deep knowledge of the stars and the ability to apply this knowledge to monumental architecture, further illustrating the profound relationship between celestial observation and earthly achievement. As we continue our serene journey through the annals of ancient astronomy, Let these stories of curiosity and innovation be like stars themselves, each one a glimmer of human endeavor reaching out to comprehend the infinite. With such a rich tapestry of history to ponder, may you find a deeper connection to the night sky above you, bringing a sense of wonder and peace as you drift into restful slumber. Let me share something intriguing with you. In ancient Babylon, astronomers were among the first to develop a lunar calendar. Their observations of the moon's cycles allowed them to predict lunar phases with remarkable accuracy, which was crucial for agriculture and religious ceremonies. This lunar calendar was so influential that it laid the foundation for the calendars used by later civilizations. Now, have you ever heard of the Antikythera mechanism? Discovered in a Roman-era shipwreck off the coast of Greece, this ancient device is often referred to as the world's first analog computer. It was designed to predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes. The complexity of its gears and dials is a testament to the advanced understanding of mechanical engineering in the ancient world. Speaking of complex devices, did you know that the ancient Arab world was renowned for its development of the astrolabe? This instrument allowed astronomers to solve problems related to time and the position of the stars. The astrolabe was a crucial tool for navigation and became a symbol of the Islamic Golden Age's intellectual achievements. Let's drift over to Mesoamerica, where the Maya civilization developed a sophisticated understanding of astronomy. They constructed observatories like El Caracol to track celestial movements, which were integral to their calendar system. The Maya believed that celestial events could influence earthly affairs, intertwining their astronomical observations deeply with their culture and religion. Here's a fascinating aspect of ancient astronomy. The ancient Greeks were not only observers of the stars, but also philosophers of the cosmos. Did you know that Anaxagoras proposed that the sun was a fiery rock rather than a god? Such bold ideas challenged prevailing religious beliefs and inspired generations of thinkers to consider natural explanations for cosmic phenomena. In ancient India, the Surya Siddhanta is one of the earliest known texts on astronomy. It contains remarkable insights into the motion of celestial bodies and includes calculations for eclipses and planetary positions. The precision of this text, compiled over many centuries, showcases the mathematical prowess of Indian astronomers. And here's an intriguing tidbit. The ancient Egyptians associated certain stars with specific seasons. The heliacal rising of Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, coincided with the flooding of the Nile River, a critical event for agriculture. This correlation was so significant that it helped define the ancient Egyptian calendar. Have you ever wondered about ancient contributions to our understanding of the equinoxes? The Greek astronomer Hipparchus is credited with discovering the precession of the equinoxes, a slow shift in the orientation of Earth's axis. This discovery was groundbreaking, revealing the dynamic nature of our planet's position relative to the stars. Did you know that ancient Chinese astronomers created one of the most comprehensive star maps in existence? The Dunhuang star chart, dating back to the Tang dynasty, features over 1,000 stars and demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of the night sky. This map served as an essential tool for both astronomical study and navigation. Let's consider the Venerable Bede, an English monk who wrote extensively about the cosmos in the early Middle Ages. His works on timekeeping and the calculation of Easter reflect the intersection of astronomy and ecclesiastical concerns during this period. Bede's writings helped preserve astronomical knowledge at a time when much of Europe was in intellectual decline. Here's an engaging fact. The Chaco Canyon in what is now the southwestern United States was a hub for the ancestral Pueblones who aligned their architecture with solar and lunar cycles. The Sun Dagger, a petroglyph site, marks key solar events such as solstices and equinoxes, demonstrating a keen awareness of celestial patterns. Imagine the skies of ancient Japan, where the Heian court kept meticulous records of celestial events. These records played a crucial role in the development of the lunisolar calendar, which balanced lunar months with the solar year. The commitment to tracking the heavens reflects the cultural importance of astronomy in maintaining social order and harmony. In the heart of ancient Persia, the city of Persepolis stood as a testament to the Achaemenid Empire's grandeur. Did you know that the Persians used a solar calendar for administrative purposes, which was more accurate than many contemporary systems? This calendar reflects the precision and organization that were hallmarks of the Persian state. Lastly, let me tell you about the fascinating Etruscan civilization, which flourished in what is now Italy before the rise of Rome. The Etruscans practiced a form of astrology that linked celestial phenomena with earthly events, influencing their religious rituals and societal decisions. Their knowledge was eventually absorbed and expanded upon by the Romans, leaving an enduring legacy. As we continue to explore the night sky through these ancient lenses, each society's approach to understanding the cosmos reminds us of the universal human quest to decode the mysteries of the universe. From Polynesian navigators to Babylonian scribes, these early astronomers laid the groundwork for the scientific advancements we enjoy today. With each gentle whisper from history, may you find a deeper appreciation for the stars that watch over us all, cradling you in a sense of cosmic wonder as you drift softly into slumber. Let's embark on a journey through the intriguing tapestry of ancient astronomy. Imagine the vast expanse of the night sky as your guide, as we discover hidden gems and surprising insights that ancient civilizations uncovered long ago. Did you know that the ancient Chinese were among the first to document supernovae? Records from as early as 1000 BCE describe guest stars that appeared suddenly and then faded over time. These observations are some of the earliest known records of exploding stars, showing an impressive attentiveness to the ever-changing heavens. Speaking of explosive phenomena, the ancient Greeks were fascinated by the wandering stars or planets that move differently from the fixed stars. Pythagoras, a renowned philosopher, is credited with one of the first known theories suggesting that the Earth was spherical based on his observations of the moon and stars. His ideas laid the groundwork for later thinkers who dared to envision a round Earth in a universe full of mystery and wonder. In the lands of Mesopotamia, the Babylonians developed a highly accurate lunar calendar that predicted eclipses with remarkable precision. Their understanding of the moon's cycles was so advanced that it influenced the calendar systems of later cultures, including the Greeks and Romans. Imagine being able to predict celestial events with such accuracy using only the naked eye and keen observation. Have you ever wondered how ancient peoples perceived the cosmos? In ancient Greece, a philosopher named Heraclides suggested that the Earth rotated on its axis, causing the daily movement of the stars across the sky. Though this idea didn't gain wide acceptance at the time, it was a step toward understanding the true nature of our planet's relationship with the universe. Here's something to ponder. The ancient Egyptians created one of the earliest known sundials, using the sun's position to measure time during the day. This innovation allowed them to divide the day into smaller segments, providing a more structured understanding of time and its passage. Such a device highlights the ingenuity of ancient societies in harnessing natural phenomena to improve daily life. Moving on to yet another remarkable civilization, the Inca of South America built their cities in alignment with celestial events. The city of Machu Picchu, for example, is thought to align with the June solstice sunrise. This deliberate orientation reflects a deep connection between their architecture and their understanding of the cosmos, where the heavens were not just a backdrop, but an integral part of their cultural identity. The ancient Indian astronomers developed sophisticated models of planetary motion long before the telescopic age. The Aryabhatiya, a work by the Indian mathematician Aryabhata, proposed a heliocentric model of the solar system, where the Earth rotates on its axis and orbits the Sun. Can you imagine how bold and forward-thinking such an idea would have been in a world dominated by geocentric views? Now, let me tell you about the ancient world of Arabia. Arabian astronomers, such as al-Battani, made significant contributions to the understanding of the solar year and the movement of celestial bodies. His observations corrected earlier Greek models and improved the accuracy of astronomical data, influencing both Islamic and European scholars in the centuries to come. In the realm of Norse mythology, the stars were thought to be sparks that flew from the forge of the gods. These celestial lights were woven into tales of creation and destiny, showing that even in the far north, the sky above provided a canvas for storytelling and interpretation. It's fascinating to consider how different cultures infused their myths with the patterns they observed in the stars. Ancient Mesoamerican cultures like the Aztecs had a unique understanding of the cosmos as well. Their calendar system was intricately linked with their religious beliefs, and they constructed massive sunstones to track celestial cycles. These stones served as both timekeeping devices and sacred symbols, underscoring the profound interconnection between astronomy and spirituality. And here's another intriguing piece to contemplate. The Aboriginal peoples of Australia have oral traditions that include detailed knowledge of the night sky. Their star maps and constellations served not only as navigational aids but also as stories passed down through generations. This oral astronomy is a rich source of cultural heritage, preserving knowledge that extends back thousands of years. The ancient Persians were keen observers of the stars and contributed significantly to the field of astronomy with their meticulous records. The Zigi Shah, an ancient Persian astronomical text, included detailed star charts and calculations that were used for navigation and timekeeping. Their dedication to celestial observations reflects a culture deeply in tune with the rhythms of the cosmos. Finally, let your thoughts linger on the Great Pyramid of Giza, which has long intrigued historians and astronomers alike. Some theories suggest that the pyramid's orientation and dimensions were intended to reflect the stars and the cardinal points. This alignment would symbolize the pharaoh's connection to the divine, further illustrating the profound impact of astronomy on ancient architecture. Each of these insights into ancient astronomy serves as a reminder of the enduring human fascination with the stars. Through the lens of history, we can appreciate the diverse ways in which our ancestors sought to understand their place in the universe. As you drift into a restful sleep, may these stories of celestial wonder gently illuminate your dreams, connecting you to the vast and timeless tapestry of the cosmos. Imagine looking up at the night sky thousands of years ago, when there was no light pollution to obscure the view. The sky would have been a breathtaking tapestry of stars and celestial bodies. In ancient China, astronomers made some of the earliest recorded observations of comets, solar eclipses, and supernovae. They meticulously documented these phenomena in royal records, believing them to be omens or messages from the heavens. Their observations were so detailed that modern astronomers have been able to use them to identify historical astronomical events. Speaking of records, did you know that the Mayans created a highly accurate calendar system that was even more precise than the Julian calendar used in Europe at the time. The Mayans based their calendar on detailed astronomical observations of the sun, moon, and planets. Their ability to predict solar and lunar eclipses with such accuracy is a testament to their advanced understanding of astronomy. Let's travel further east to the land of Japan, where ancient astronomers had their own unique interpretations of the stars. The Japanese star lore often intertwined with their native Shinto beliefs. One such belief was that the Milky Way represented the path of the spirits, guiding ancestral souls in the afterlife. The stars above were not just distant suns, but active participants in the cycle of life and death. In ancient Greece, the philosopher Anaxagoras proposed that the sun was a fiery rock, challenging the then prevailing notion that celestial bodies were divine. His ideas were radical for his time and laid the groundwork for future scientific inquiry. Anaxagoras' willingness to question the nature of the cosmos inspired many thinkers and opened the door to a more rational and empirical approach to understanding the universe. Another intriguing fact is that the Polynesians, renowned for their incredible navigation skills, used a complex system of star paths to traverse the vast Pacific Ocean. These navigators read the night sky like a map, memorizing the positions of numerous stars to guide their way. This celestial navigation allowed them to reach distant islands long before the invention of the compass. In ancient Rome, the philosopher and statesman Cicero wrote about the harmony of the spheres, a concept suggesting that the planets and stars moved according to a divine musical scale. This idea, though more philosophical than scientific, highlighted the human desire to find order and beauty in the cosmos. The notion of celestial harmony influenced both musicians and astronomers for centuries. Have you ever considered how ancient cultures viewed the phenomena of shooting stars? In the lands of the Celts, these fleeting lights were seen as messages from the gods or signs of impending change. The ephemeral nature of shooting stars likely added to their mystique, capturing the imaginations of those who witnessed them streak across the sky. In India, the concept of the cosmos was deeply linked to spirituality and philosophy. The ancient text known as the Surya Siddhanta detailed mathematical calculations of planetary positions and movements, illustrating a sophisticated grasp of astronomy. This text also introduced the concept of time cycles, or yugas, each lasting millions of years, reflecting the vastness of both cosmic and spiritual time. Here's something remarkable to ponder. The ancient Etruscans, a civilization in Italy before the rise of Rome, had their own system of interpreting celestial phenomena. They believed that the will of the gods could be discerned through the study of lightning and celestial events. This practice, known as haruspicy, was an integral part of Etruscan religious life and influenced Roman culture as well. The ancient Hawaiian practice of stargazing, known as Kaulana Mahina, was closely tied to their agricultural calendar. The Hawaiians used the phases of the moon and the positions of the stars to guide planting and fishing activities. This practical application of astronomy demonstrated a harmonious relationship between the people and their environment. And let us not forget the rich astronomical heritage of the Native American tribes of the Great Plains. They used the stars not only for navigation, but also as a basis for storytelling and cultural traditions. One such story is the Star People, who were believed to visit the earth and impart wisdom. The night sky served as both a guide and a canvas for the cultural narratives that shaped their worldview. In the vast deserts of the Arabian Peninsula, the Bedouin people developed their own intricate star lore to navigate their arid homeland. They named stars according to their attributes or the times of the year they appeared, which helped them find direction and anticipate seasonal changes. This practical use of astronomy was indispensable for survival in such a challenging environment. Another enthralling aspect of ancient astronomy comes from the Druids of the British Isles. Though much of their knowledge was passed down orally, it is thought that they had a deep understanding of the stars and their movements. Stone circles, like Stonehenge, are believed to have served as astronomical observatories, aligning with solstices and equinoxes to mark the passage of time. The ancient Egyptians not only built monumental structures aligned with celestial bodies, but also associated their gods with the stars. The star Sirius, for example, was linked to the goddess Isis and played a crucial role in their calendar system, heralding the annual flooding of the Nile. This celestial connection underscored the profound impact of astronomy on their agricultural and spiritual life. As you reflect on these stories and insights from our shared astronomical past, let them serve as gentle reminders of the enduring curiosity and ingenuity of humankind. The stars above have always beckoned us to explore, to question, and to dream. May these tales of ancient stargazers fill your thoughts with wonder as you drift into peaceful slumber, knowing that you are part of a long lineage of seekers looking to the heavens for answers. Did you know that the ancient Babylonians were among the first to systematically record the movements of celestial bodies? They meticulously tracked the positions of planets, eclipses, and other astronomical phenomena, creating some of the earliest known star catalogues. This attention to detail laid the groundwork for future astronomical studies. In ancient China, astronomers were so attuned to the skies that they could predict solar and lunar eclipses with remarkable accuracy. The Chinese believed that these events were cosmic signs, often interpreting them as omens for earthly affairs. This predictive power was considered vital for maintaining harmony between heaven and earth, a testament to their deep understanding of celestial cycles. Speaking of celestial cycles, the Mayans developed an incredibly advanced calendar system based on astronomical observations. They meticulously recorded the movements of the Sun, Moon, and Venus, creating calendars that accurately predicted solar eclipses and other celestial events. The precision of their long-count calendar is astonishing, especially considering the absence of modern technology. In the ancient Arabian Peninsula, the Nabateans, known for their incredible city of Petra, were also skilled astronomers. They built their structures to align with the stars and used their knowledge of celestial patterns to manage their water resources. This celestial alignment not only served practical purposes, but also reflected their spiritual connection to the cosmos. Here's something fascinating about ancient Greece. Pythagoras, the famous mathematician, believed that the Earth was round long before it became a widely accepted notion. He proposed that the Earth and other celestial bodies were spheres, a revolutionary idea at the time. This geometric perspective was a significant departure from the flat Earth view and showed the early integration of mathematics and astronomy. In the Andes, the ancient Inca civilization developed a unique understanding of the cosmos, integrating astronomy with agriculture and religion. They observed the rise and set of constellations to determine the best times for planting and harvesting. The Incas also used stone structures like the Intihuatana, or hitching post of the sun, to mark solstices and equinoxes, demonstrating their sophisticated grasp of solar cycles. Let me share a curious fact about the ancient Maori of New Zealand. They had a rich tradition of star lore, using the stars for navigation and to mark important seasonal events. The Pleiades cluster, known as Matariki, marked the beginning of the Maori New Year. This celestial celebration is still observed today, highlighting the enduring connection between cultural identity and astronomy. In ancient Mesopotamia, the Assyrians were pioneers in the field of astrology, believing that the stars and planets could influence human affairs. They carefully tracked the positions of celestial bodies and interpreted their movements as messages from the gods. This belief system intertwined with their daily lives, demonstrating the pervasive influence of celestial observations on human history. Did you know that the ancient Persians constructed observatories to study the heavens? One of the most famous astronomers from ancient Persia was Al-Biruni, who made significant contributions to our understanding of the Earth's circumference. His calculations were remarkably close to modern measurements, showcasing the advanced nature of Persian astronomy. Here's a delightful tidbit from the ancient world. The Greeks personified celestial bodies as gods and heroes. The constellations were seen as divine narratives playing out in the night sky. Figures like Orion, the hunter, or Cassiopeia, the queen, were immortalized in the stars. This blend of mythology and astronomy enriched Greek culture and provided a framework for understanding the cosmos. In ancient Japan, the study of starlight was intertwined with rice cultivation. The timing of the moon and stars determined the planting and harvesting seasons, aligning agricultural activities with celestial rhythms. This harmonious relationship between astronomy and agriculture was essential for ensuring successful harvests and societal well-being. Reflecting on ancient Egypt again, their meticulous observations of the night sky allowed them to develop a calendar consisting of 12 months, each 30 days long, with an additional 5 days added at the end of each year. This solar calendar was highly accurate and crucial for planning agricultural activities, showcasing their profound understanding of astronomical cycles. And here's a tale from ancient Scandinavia. The Vikings used the sun and stars to navigate their longships across vast oceans. They employed a sunstone, a type of crystal, to locate the sun's position even on cloudy days. This ingenious use of natural materials for celestial navigation demonstrates the Vikings' ability to harness the power of the sky for exploration. In the lands of the Aztecs, their belief in the cyclical nature of time was deeply influenced by their observations of celestial bodies. They built temples and pyramids aligned with solar and lunar events, creating a cosmic architecture that connected the heavens with the earth. This architectural alignment symbolized the Aztecs' reverence for the cosmos and its cycles. On the other side of the globe, the Australian Aboriginal peoples have a rich oral tradition that incorporates intricate star lore. The night sky not only provided practical information for navigation and the timing of seasonal activities, but also served as a canvas for storytelling. The constellations were seen as ancestral beings whose stories were passed down through generations. Each of these ancient cultures, in their unique ways, used the stars as both a practical guide and a source of inspiration. As you continue to ponder these remarkable stories of ancient astronomers, consider how their observations and insights have shaped our understanding of the universe. The night sky remains a shared heritage, connecting us across time and space. May these gentle reflections accompany you into dreams filled with the wonder of the cosmos. Did you know that the Babylonians were among the first to record detailed observations of the night sky? They meticulously documented lunar eclipses and planetary movements on clay tablets. These records, known as the Babylonian astronomical diaries, provide invaluable insights into the celestial knowledge of one of humanity's earliest civilizations. The Babylonians' ability to predict lunar and solar eclipses was so accurate that it laid the groundwork for future astronomical calculations. And speaking of ancient calculations, the Greeks were quite ahead of their time. One remarkable figure, Eratosthenes, managed to calculate the Earth's circumference with surprising precision. Using only a stick, the sun, and some clever geometry, he challenged the notion of a flat Earth by estimating its true size. His work was a significant leap in understanding our planet's place in the cosmos. In the realm of ancient China, the astronomers there were equally innovative. They developed a complex system of calendars that not only tracked the solar year, but also aligned with lunar cycles, creating a lunar-solar calendar. This intricate understanding of celestial cycles was crucial for planning agricultural activities and was deeply woven into Chinese culture and tradition. Here's something captivating about the Mayan civilization. They had an extraordinary understanding of the planet Venus. The Mayans were so fascinated by Venus that they created the Venus table, which accurately tracked the planet's movements. This table was used to guide religious ceremonies and political decisions, demonstrating the profound influence of celestial bodies on societal events. Over in India, ancient astronomers made groundbreaking contributions to our understanding of the cosmos. Aryabhatta, a notable Indian mathematician and astronomer, proposed that the Earth rotated on its axis, an idea that was revolutionary for its time. He also correctly explained the causes of lunar and solar eclipses, attributing them to the shadows cast by the Earth and Moon, respectively. Did you also know that the ancient Polynesians were masters of celestial navigation? They traversed the vast Pacific Ocean using only the stars, ocean currents, and wind patterns to guide their way. This impressive skill allowed them to settle on remote islands long before the advent of modern navigation tools. Their deep knowledge of the night sky was not only practical, but also an integral part of their cultural identity. In the African continent, the Dogon people of Mali had a surprisingly detailed knowledge of the star Sirius and its companion star Sirius B. Despite Sirius being invisible to the naked eye, the Dogon described its orbit and characteristics with remarkable accuracy. This has intrigued many scholars and sparked discussions about the origins of such advanced astronomical knowledge in ancient times. Turning to the Middle East, the Islamic Golden Age saw incredible advancements in astronomy. Scholars like Al-Khwarizmi developed algebraic methods that paved the way for future astronomical calculations. Observatories were built across the Islamic world, where astronomers meticulously charted the stars and refined the Ptolemaic model of the universe. These efforts significantly enriched the astronomical knowledge that would later influence the Renaissance. Here's an intriguing tidbit from ancient Rome. The Romans incorporated complex sundials into their architecture, using them to track time and the changing seasons. These sundials were not only practical tools, but also symbols of civic pride and technological prowess. Their alignment with the sun's path demonstrated a sophisticated understanding of solar dynamics. Moving to the British Isles, Stonehenge remains one of the most enigmatic prehistoric monuments. Many believe that this ancient structure was used as an astronomical observatory, aligning with the solstices and equinoxes. The precise placement of stones suggests a deep understanding of celestial events, likely serving both ritualistic and practical purposes for those who constructed it. In Mesoamerica, the Zapotec civilization created a calendar system that rivaled those of the Mayans and Aztecs. They built observatories on hilltops, allowing them to study the stars and planets with unobstructed views. This knowledge was essential for agricultural planning and religious ceremonies, once again highlighting the interconnection between astronomy and daily life. And speaking of observatories, one of the earliest known was built by the ancient Egyptians at the Temple of Karnak. This temple was aligned with the winter solstice sunrise, allowing priests to mark the passage of time and predict the flooding of the Nile. Such celestial alignments were essential for maintaining agricultural calendars and religious festivals. Finally, let's not forget the ancient Celts, who were known for their keen observational skills. They constructed stone circles throughout Europe, such as the Ring of Brodgar in Scotland. These circles are thought to have served as astronomical calculators, marking significant solar and lunar events. The Celts' reverence for the heavens is evident in their myths and legends, which often feature celestial themes. As you drift into slumber, let these tales of ancient astronomers remind you of the timeless connection between humanity and the stars. Each culture, in its own way, sought to understand the mysteries of the cosmos, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire our quest for knowledge today. May the night sky guide your dreams and fill them with the same wonder that captivated our ancestors. Let me share something intriguing about the ancient Egyptians and their connection to the stars. Did you know that they believed the pharaohs became stars in the afterlife? The Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most famous monuments from ancient Egypt, is aligned with the stars of Orion's belt. This alignment was not random, but rather an intentional design to ensure that the soul of the pharaoh could ascend to the heavens and join the gods. It's fascinating how the pyramids served both as tombs and as celestial stairways. Speaking of celestial alignments, have you ever heard about the Nabta Playa, located in the Nubian desert? This ancient site dates back over 7,000 years and consists of a circle of stones that align with the summer solstice. This circle is often referred to as the African Stonehenge. The people who lived there had a remarkable understanding of the solar calendar long before the pyramids were built, using it to track the seasons and possibly to organize community gatherings or rituals. And here's a captivating fact about ancient Greek astronomy. The Antikythera mechanism, often considered the world's first analog computer, was discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece. This intricate device dates back to around 100 BC and was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendrical and astrological purposes. Its complexity and precision reveal a level of technological sophistication that was previously thought impossible for the ancient Greeks. Now, if we turn to ancient Mesopotamia, the Sumerians were among the first to document their observations of the heavens. They developed a base 60, or sexagesimal number system, which is the reason we have 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. This system was essential for their astronomical calculations, such as tracking the movements of planets. It's amazing how this ancient mathematical innovation has endured and continues to influence our measurement of time today. Here's something truly remarkable about the ancient Persians. They built the Observatory of Marageh in the 13th century, which became one of the most advanced astronomical centers of its time. Scholars there compiled the Alcanic tables, which were used to reform the calendar and accurately predict planetary movements. The observatory's work laid the groundwork for later developments in both Eastern and Western astronomy, showcasing a rich exchange of knowledge across cultures. In the realm of ancient India, there's a fascinating astronomical text called the Panchanga. This traditional Hindu calendar incorporates both solar and lunar elements and is used to determine festival dates and astrological forecasts. Its precise calculations of celestial events, such as eclipses, demonstrate the ancient Indian scholars' deep understanding of the cosmos, blending science with spirituality in everyday life. Speaking of spirituality, did you know that the ancestral Puebloans of the American Southwest created rock art that depicted celestial events? These petroglyphs, found at sites like Chaco Canyon, align with solar and lunar cycles. The sun dagger on Fajada Butte is a famous example where sunlight passes through a spiral carving to mark the solstices and equinoxes. This integration of art and astronomy highlights their connection to the natural world. The ancient Koreans also have an interesting history with astronomy. The Cheomsongdae Observatory, built in the 7th century, is one of the oldest surviving observatories in the world. This stone structure was used to observe the stars and predict lunar phenomena. Its unique design, resembling a bottle, reflects the advanced astronomical practices of the Silla Kingdom, showing how even in ancient times, people sought to understand the universe around them. Let's take a moment to consider the Incas, who constructed the Intihuatana stone at Machu Picchu. This carved rock pillar served as a solar clock and calendar, aligning with the sun's position during the solstices. The Incas believed that the stone held the sun in its course, preventing it from disappearing entirely. Their reverence for the sun and its life-giving power was central to their culture and agricultural cycles, demonstrating a profound connection to the celestial world. Have you ever wondered about how the Aboriginal Australians understood astronomy? They have some of the oldest star knowledge in the world, passed down through oral traditions for tens of thousands of years. The emu in the sky is an example of a dark cloud constellation, not made of stars but of the dark spaces between them. This constellation played a role in their seasonal calendars and cultural stories, illustrating the rich tapestry of astronomy and mythology. Lastly, let me tell you about the fascinating astronomical traditions of the Maori people in New Zealand. They used the star cluster Matariki, known elsewhere as the Pleiades, to mark the beginning of the Maori New Year. The heliacal rising of Matariki signaled a time for reflection, remembrance, and planning for the coming year. This celestial event was intricately linked with their agricultural practices and social gatherings, emphasizing the importance of the stars in navigating both the land and life. As we continue this journey through the annals of ancient astronomy, it's clear that across different cultures and epochs, the stars have consistently inspired curiosity, reverence, and a quest for understanding. These stories remind us of our enduring fascination with the cosmos and our shared human desire to find meaning in the vast sky above. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians were not only monumental builders, but also keen astronomers? They meticulously observed the night sky and identified 42 constellations. Among these, the decans were particularly significant. These groups of stars rose in sequence every 10 days, helping to track time throughout the year. This celestial clock was vital for agriculture and religious ceremonies, aligning earthly activities with cosmic rhythms. Interestingly, the Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with incredible precision to the cardinal points. This alignment was not incidental. The pyramid's builders used the stars to ensure its perfect orientation. Scholars believe they relied on the circumpolar stars, which neither rise nor set, as stable celestial markers. Such alignment underscores the Egyptians' profound understanding of astronomy integrated into their architectural marvels. Now, let's travel to ancient China, where astrology and astronomy were deeply intertwined. The Chinese developed a sophisticated lunisolar calendar, guided by both the moon and the sun. Remarkably, the Chinese were among the first to record and predict solar and lunar eclipses. They believed these celestial events were omens, and accurately forecasting them was crucial for maintaining harmony between heaven and earth, a concept known as the mandate of heaven. Moving to ancient Greece, the philosopher Anaximander proposed a radical idea. He suggested that the Earth was a free-floating cylinder, challenging the flat Earth view prevalent at the time. This concept was part of a broader philosophical inquiry into the nature of the cosmos, illustrating an early attempt to use reason and observation rather than mythology to understand the universe. In the realm of early Islam, astronomy flourished with the establishment of observatories like the one in Baghdad during the 9th century. Islamic scholars, such as al-Khwarizmi, made significant advancements in celestial navigation. They refined the astrolabe, an instrument used for solving problems related to time and the position of the stars. This tool became essential for determining prayer times and the direction of Mecca, demonstrating how scientific inquiry can be driven by religious needs. Have you ever heard about the Aztecs and their remarkable calendar system? The Aztecs created a calendar stone, or sunstone, which was both a timekeeping device and a cosmological map. This stone depicted the 5 ages of the world and the cyclical nature of time, reflecting the Aztecs' belief in a universe governed by recurring cosmic cycles. Their intricate understanding of time was deeply embedded in their culture and rituals. The Babylonians, too, left an indelible mark on the history of astronomy. Around 1000 BC, they began systematic observations of the celestial bodies, meticulously recording movements of the planets. They were pioneers in predictive astronomy, developing methods to forecast planetary positions and eclipses. Their contributions laid the groundwork for later astronomical traditions in Greece and beyond. Speaking of predictions, did you know that the Mayans were extraordinary astronomers? The Dresden Codex, one of the few surviving Mayan manuscripts, contains detailed astronomical tables used to predict solar and lunar eclipses. The accuracy of their lunar calculations is so precise that it rivals even modern calculations, showcasing their sophisticated understanding of the moon's cycles. In ancient Rome, the philosopher Lucretius offered a poetic perspective on the cosmos. In his epic poem, De Rerum Natura, he explored themes of atomic theory and celestial phenomena, suggesting that natural explanations could describe the universe. His work is a testament to the Roman fascination with the world and a philosophical inquiry that sought to unravel the mysteries of existence. Here's a captivating tidbit about the Polynesians. They mastered the art of navigating the vast Pacific Ocean using the stars. Without compasses or modern instruments, they relied on the position of the stars, ocean swells, and bird flight patterns. This celestial navigation allowed them to travel vast distances and settle remote islands, highlighting their extraordinary connection to the night sky. From another corner of the world, the Zoroastrians of ancient Persia held celestial bodies in high regard. They believed that the stars and planets were divine beings influencing the earthly realm. This belief was reflected in their religious practices and was an integral part of the Zoroastrian cosmology, emphasizing the interconnectedness of the cosmos and human fate. Let's not forget the contributions of ancient India, where Aryabhata, a renowned mathematician and astronomer, proposed that the Earth rotates on its axis. His work, the Aryabhatiya, offered innovative explanations for celestial phenomena, including the lunar and solar eclipses. His heliocentric ideas were revolutionary for his time, influencing subsequent generations of astronomers. In the mystical landscape of ancient Japan, the Kojiki, a collection of myths and historical narratives, contains references to celestial events. These stories reflect how the Japanese perceived astronomical phenomena as divine interventions or messages from the gods. The interplay between mythology and astronomy shaped the cultural and spiritual life of ancient Japan. Finally, let's consider the ancient Hebrews, whose calendar was based on lunar cycles. The Hebrew calendar's careful synchronization of lunar and solar years ensured that religious festivals aligned with the appropriate seasons. This intricate timekeeping system highlights the deep connection between celestial events and religious observance, a theme that resonates across many cultures throughout history. As we navigate these tales of ancient astronomy, we're reminded of the deep curiosity and ingenuity that have always driven humanity to explore the night sky. Each culture, with its unique perspective, has contributed to a richer understanding of the universe, showing how our stories are intertwined with the stars above. Imagine, if you will, the ancient city of Nineveh in Assyria, where a king named Ashurbanipal amassed a vast library. This library held thousands of cuneiform tablets, and among them was an astronomical work known as the Mul Apin. Compiled around 700 BC, it is one of the earliest known collections of star lists and celestial omens. These tablets reveal how deeply the Assyrians intertwined astronomy with astrology, using the stars to predict earthly events and guide their decisions. Now, let's turn our gaze to the skies over ancient Greece once more, where the philosopher Pythagoras pondered the nature of the universe. Did you know that Pythagoras was among the first to suggest that the Earth was a sphere? He believed that all celestial bodies, including Earth, were spherical because the sphere was the most harmonious and perfect shape. His ideas laid the groundwork for future astronomers who sought to understand the true shape of our planet. From the rolling hills of Greece, we travel to the ancient city of Alexandria, a hub of knowledge and innovation in the Hellenistic world. In this city, a remarkable thinker named Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the Earth with surprising accuracy. By comparing the angles of the sun's rays at two distant locations in Egypt, he derived a method to measure the Earth's size, a feat of mathematical genius that astonished his contemporaries. Picture yourself in ancient India, where the Vedas, sacred texts composed over 3,000 years ago, contain references to the heavens. These texts speak of nakshatras, lunar mansions or constellations, used not only for timekeeping but also for agricultural and ritual purposes. The nakshatras reflect an ancient understanding of the sky that was intricately woven into daily life and spiritual practices. And here's a curious fact from the ancient Mayan civilization. They built observatories that aligned with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes. One famous structure, El Caracol, resembles a modern-day observatory with its circular platform and windows strategically placed to track the movement of Venus. This shows their advanced understanding of astronomy and their commitment to observing the heavens. Another captivating tidbit comes from ancient Egypt, where the star Sirius held a special place in their culture. The heliacal rising of Sirius, which occurred just before sunrise, heralded the annual flooding of the Nile River. This celestial event was so significant that the Egyptians based their calendar around it, reflecting how intimately their lives were connected to the predictable cycles of the stars. In the realm of ancient Mesopotamia, the priests were not only spiritual leaders but also skilled astronomers. They meticulously recorded the movements of celestial bodies, contributing to the development of early astronomical charts. Their observations formed the basis for the zodiac, a 12-sign system that has influenced astrological traditions for millennia. Moving to ancient China, an intriguing fact involves their early use of the gnomon, a simple yet effective tool for measuring the sun's shadow. By tracking these shadows, Chinese astronomers could determine the solstices and equinoxes, crucial for the agricultural calendar. This practice highlights their sophisticated understanding of solar cycles and their impact on the harvest. Let's not overlook the remarkable achievements of the Islamic Golden Age, where scholars like al-Battani refined earlier astronomical measurements. He improved the accuracy of the length of the solar year and the inclination of the Earth's axis, corrections that were vital for both scientific knowledge and religious observances. Did you know that the ancient Celts also developed a deep connection with the stars? Their famous stone circles, like Stonehenge, are thought to have been used for astronomical observations and rituals. Alignments with the solstices and equinoxes suggest that these ancient people had a profound understanding of celestial cycles, reflecting in their seasonal celebrations and lore. Imagine the vast desert skies of the Nabateans, who constructed the city of Petra with remarkable precision. Many of Petra's monumental structures align with the sun, moon, and stars, indicating an advanced level of astronomical knowledge. This alignment not only held religious significance, but also demonstrated their ability to blend architecture with the cosmos. In ancient Japan, the emperors commissioned the creation of celestial charts and maps to guide their rituals and governance. These charts were meticulously crafted, charting the movement of the stars and planets, and served as essential tools for astrological predictions that influenced political decisions. Turning to the Andes, the Inca civilization had their own unique approach to astronomy. They used horizon markers called Intihuatana stones, which were strategically placed to track the sun's path. These stones were believed to tether the sun and control its journey across the sky, revealing a deep spiritual connection to celestial events. Crossing over to the African continent, the ancient Dogon people of Mali have long been fascinated by the star Sirius. They possess a rich oral tradition that includes detailed knowledge about Sirius B, a companion star that is invisible to the naked eye and was only confirmed by modern astronomers in recent times. This mysterious understanding has intrigued historians and scientists alike. Finally, we find ourselves reflecting on the Polynesians once more. Their star-based navigation was not just limited to travel. They also used the stars to understand their place in the universe, maintaining oral traditions that passed down astronomical knowledge through generations. This ensured their continued ability to traverse the vast Pacific Ocean, guided by the celestial tapestry above. As we journey through these ancient civilizations, it becomes clear that the night sky has inspired awe and wonder in diverse cultures throughout history. This shared human curiosity has led to remarkable insights into the cosmos, weaving a tapestry of knowledge that continues to intrigue us today. So, as you drift off to sleep, let your thoughts wander among the stars, guided by the echoes of ancient astronomers and their celestial wisdom. Let's delve further into the depths of ancient astronomy with another fascinating tale. Did you know that the ancient Babylonians were some of the first to apply mathematical principles to predict celestial events? They developed a system to calculate the movements of the moon and planets, allowing them to predict lunar eclipses with remarkable precision. This early form of celestial mathematics laid the groundwork for later astronomical studies. Speaking of predictive abilities, the ancient Egyptians were quite adept at using the stars to predict flooding events. Their priests observed the night sky and identified a period of roughly 365 days between successive heliacal risings of the star Sirius. This observation led to the creation of one of the earliest known solar calendars, which was pivotal for agricultural planning along the Nile. Let me share something intriguing from ancient Greece. Pythagoras, the famed philosopher and mathematician, was one of the first to propose that the Earth was spherical. He believed that the sphere was the most perfect shape and theorized that celestial bodies, including the Earth, must also be spherical. This idea was revolutionary at the time and sparked further debate and exploration in astronomy. Here's a fascinating fact about the ancient Persian Empire. They constructed observatories known as Zoroastrian Towers of Silence. These structures were not only spiritual centers, but also facilities for observing celestial phenomena. They meticulously tracked the stars and planets, contributing to a deeper understanding of the cosmos. The ancient Hebrews also had their own unique approach to astronomy. References to celestial bodies are found throughout the Hebrew Bible, with the stars often serving as symbols in religious texts. They used the lunar calendar to determine the dates of religious festivals, showcasing their connection to the rhythms of the night sky. And here's something captivating from the ancient Hittites. Their mythology intertwined closely with celestial events. They believed that the sun god, Arina, controlled the harvest, and their agricultural practices were closely aligned with solar cycles. This synthesis of religion and astronomy highlights how deeply the heavens were woven into their worldview. You might find it surprising that the ancient Aztecs also had complex astronomical knowledge. They created a calendar stone, which is a sophisticated depiction of their cosmic order. It included symbols for days, celestial cycles, and gods, reflecting their understanding of time as a blend of both myth and observation. In ancient Mesopotamia, there is evidence that early astronomers developed ways to model planetary motion. They used zigzag functions to approximate the varying speeds of planets as they moved across the sky, a method that allowed for more accurate tracking of celestial bodies. Here's an unexpected tidbit about the ancient Chinese. Their astronomers catalogued over 1,500 stars and documented numerous constellations. They were skilled in observing supernovae, with some records dating back to 1005 BC. This extensive cataloguing effort demonstrates their commitment to understanding the vastness of the night sky. In ancient Japan, star lore was an integral part of their culture. The Tanabata festival, for example, celebrates the meeting of two stars, Vega and Altair, across the Milky Way. This festival reflects a poetic interpretation of celestial movement, highlighting the cultural significance of the stars in their folklore. Another little-known fact is that the ancient Romans adopted Greek astronomical concepts, but also made their own contributions. Julius Caesar reformed the Roman calendar based on the solar year, creating the Julian calendar, which remained in use in Europe for over a millennium. This reform showcases the practical application of astronomical observations in everyday life. The ancient Norse people, too, were keen observers of the stars. They used celestial navigation techniques, similar to those of the Polynesians, to travel across seas. The constellations featured prominently in their myths and sagas, often serving as guides for the souls of the dead or as symbols of divine intervention. And here's an intriguing nugget from the Aboriginal Australians. They possess ancient oral traditions that include detailed knowledge of celestial phenomena. They use the stars for navigation, timekeeping, and storytelling, preserving a rich cultural heritage that connects them to the sky. Speaking of cultural connections, the ancient Hawaiians developed an intricate system of star navigation known as wayfinding. They relied on the rising and setting points of stars to determine their position at sea, enabling them to voyage across vast distances. This traditional knowledge highlights a profound understanding of the celestial sphere. Lastly, consider the ancient Celtic Druids, who were believed to have used the moon's phases to guide their rituals and ceremonies. They held the lunar cycle in high esteem, reflecting the moon's influence on their spiritual practices and agricultural activities. Each of these ancient cultures demonstrates a remarkable ability to observe, interpret, and integrate the night sky into their daily lives and beliefs. This rich tapestry of astronomical knowledge has been woven through time, illustrating an enduring curiosity about the universe. As you continue to relax, imagine the countless generations of stargazers who looked up at the same sky, driven by wonder and a desire to understand the cosmos. It's fascinating to think about how ancient societies, with their limited technology, could still make such profound observations of the sky. In ancient India, astronomers like Aryabhata were ahead of their time, proposing that the Earth rotates on its axis and calculating the length of the solar year with remarkable accuracy. Here's something intriguing. Aryabhata's work, written in the 5th century, suggests an understanding of gravitational forces long before Newton's time. Isn't it amazing how ancient thinkers could glimpse truths that wouldn't be widely accepted until many centuries later? And consider the ancient Babylonians, who were renowned for their astronomical prowess. They developed the earliest known star catalogue, which included constellations we still recognize today. This catalogue was not just a tool for navigation, but also played a crucial role in their astrology, as they believed the stars influenced earthly events. Their ability to predict lunar and solar eclipses with precision is a testament to their sophisticated understanding of celestial cycles. Here's a surprising fact from ancient Arabia. Al-Sufi, an astronomer from the 10th century, identified galaxies far beyond our own. He famously described the Andromeda galaxy as a small cloud, marking one of the earliest recorded observations of a galaxy outside the Milky Way. This ability to see and describe distant celestial objects without modern telescopes is truly remarkable. Speaking of which, the ancient Mayans had an incredibly intricate understanding of the cosmos. They developed a calendar system that was more accurate than the Julian calendar used in Europe at the time. The Mayans meticulously tracked the cycles of Venus and used this information to plan their society's religious and agricultural events. Can you imagine the precision required to align so many aspects of life with the movements of a distant planet? Now, a lesser-known aspect of ancient astronomy comes from the Pacific Islanders. The Polynesians, particularly, were adept at celestial navigation. They used a complex system of star paths, reading the night sky like a map, to traverse vast oceanic distances. Their knowledge of the stars was not only detailed, but also practical, rooted in generations of observational experience. In Mesoamerica, the Zapotec civilization constructed observatories to monitor the heavens. They aligned their structures with celestial events like the solstices and equinoxes, demonstrating a profound understanding of the solar cycle. These alignments were not only architectural marvels, but also served as instruments for agricultural and ceremonial purposes. Here's something unexpected. The ancient Chinese were pioneers in the field of timekeeping, inventing the water clock to measure time based on celestial observations. This invention allowed them to record more precise astronomical events, showcasing their dedication to tracking the passage of time through the natural world. And did you know that the Nabateans, known for the ancient city of Petra, also had an interest in the stars? They aligned their temples and tombs with celestial events, such as the rising of specific stars on important dates. This alignment speaks to their understanding of the cosmos and its influence on their architectural decisions. Turning to Africa, the Dogon people of Mali have long held intricate knowledge of the Sirius star system. They speak of a companion star to Sirius, invisible to the naked eye, which was only confirmed by modern telescopes in the 20th century. How they acquired this knowledge remains a mystery that fascinates astronomers and anthropologists alike. Consider the ancient Thai astronomers who developed a sophisticated system for predicting lunar eclipses. They used a combination of lunar and solar calendars to align important cultural events with celestial phenomena, underscoring the integral role of the heavens in their societal rhythm. In the Andes, the Inca Empire placed great importance on the solstices. They built structures like the Intihuatana stone, which served as a solar clock marking the sun's position on the horizon during these pivotal times of the year. These structures provided both practical and spiritual guidance, linking the heavens with the rhythm of life on Earth. Here's another captivating detail. In ancient Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza was aligned with the cardinal points and specific stars. This alignment reflects their precise astronomical knowledge and demonstrates how deeply their architecture was intertwined with their understanding of the cosmos. Finally, let's journey to the ancient Khmer Empire in Southeast Asia, where the temple complex of Angkor Wat was aligned with the sun and moon. The central tower of the temple marks the equinoxes, while other elements align with lunar cycles. This celestial alignment underscores the Khmer's sophisticated grasp of astronomy and its importance in their spiritual practices. Each of these examples shows how ancient civilizations across continents and cultures observed the same sky but interpreted it in ways that were uniquely their own. Their insights laid the groundwork for the astronomical knowledge we continue to build upon today. As you drift deeper into relaxation, imagine the stars above you as they appeared to those ancient stargazers, a vast enigmatic map waiting to be understood. Let's wander back into the world of ancient stargazers, where the cosmos served as a guide, a clock, and a source of profound wonder. Did you know that in ancient Persia, the Zoroastrians were deeply engaged in the study of astronomy? They believed the stars were divine and that celestial events heralded significant changes on Earth. Their priests, or magi, were not only religious figures, but also respected astronomers who charted the heavens with meticulous care. Interestingly, the ancient Greeks were captivated by the idea of the celestial sphere, imagining the stars as fixed points on an invisible sphere revolving around the Earth. One of the most fascinating contributions of this time was the Antikythera mechanism, discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece. This intricate device, often called the world's first analog computer, was used to predict celestial positions and eclipses decades in advance. Imagine the ingenuity required to create such a mechanism over 2,000 years ago. In the heart of Mesopotamia, the Assyrians developed star lists known as the Mull, Apin tablets. These ancient records, from around the 7th century BCE, catalogue the risings and settings of stars, providing insights into the Assyrians' efforts to map the night sky. These tablets reveal not just astronomical observations, but also how these celestial patterns were integrated into their agricultural and religious calendars. Here's a captivating piece of history. Ancient Indian astronomers, known for their profound mathematical proficiency, calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. Using only rudimentary tools and their knowledge of geometry, they came astonishingly close to the modern value. Such precision speaks volumes about their observational skills and their understanding of the world. Have you ever heard of the Nebra sky disk? This extraordinary artifact, unearthed in modern-day Germany, is one of the oldest known depictions of the cosmos from around the Bronze Age. The disk features a sun, moon, and stars, and is thought to have been used as an astronomical instrument. Its discovery provided a rare glimpse into prehistoric Europe's understanding of the heavens. In ancient Japan, the Asuka period saw the emergence of astronomical observation as an art form. The Japanese developed a method for predicting eclipses and created star maps that integrated their unique cultural motifs. This blending of art and science highlights the multifaceted nature of astronomy, where utility and beauty often danced hand in hand. The Maori of New Zealand also relied heavily on the stars for navigation and timing their agricultural activities. Their rich oral traditions passed down intricate knowledge of constellations such as Matariki, which heralded the start of the new year. This deep connection between their cultural life and the celestial bodies illustrates a harmonious relationship with the natural world. Did you know that the ancient Romans, while perhaps not as renowned for their original astronomical theories as the Greeks, played an important role in preserving and disseminating astronomical knowledge? They embraced the Greek tradition of detailed star charts and sophisticated instruments like the astrolabe, which helped spread astronomical concepts throughout their vast empire. In Korea, during the Joseon dynasty, the Cheomsongdae Observatory was constructed, which is one of the oldest surviving astronomical observatories in the world. This stone tower, ingeniously designed, was used to observe stars and predict celestial events, highlighting the dynasty's dedication to understanding the night sky. Moving to the ancient Near East, the Hebrews also demonstrated a keen interest in astronomy. The Hebrew calendar, with its intricate calculations based on lunar phases, was used to time religious festivals. This calendar system, still in use today, underscores the continuity of ancient astronomical practices in modern times. A surprising aspect of ancient astronomy is how it often intertwined with mythology and storytelling. In Aboriginal Australian cultures, the stars are woven into Dreamtime stories, serving as both practical guides and spiritual symbols. These narratives convey complex astronomical knowledge through vivid imagery and oral tradition. Lastly, let's not forget the contributions of ancient Chinese astronomers who meticulously documented guest stars, what we now understand as supernovae. These records are among the earliest known observations of these explosive events and provide valuable data for modern astronomers studying stellar life cycles. Imagine how these ancient peoples, across disparate lands and cultures, turned their gazes upward, finding meaning and order in the stars. Each civilization, with its unique perspective, contributed to a shared legacy of astronomical knowledge. As you let these thoughts gently drift, consider the heavens as a canvas of infinite stories, each star a chapter in a vast cosmic tale. With this in mind, the stars above invite you to join in their eternal dance, whispering secrets from a time when the sky was humanity's greatest mystery. Let me share something intriguing. In Mesoamerica, the Maya civilization developed an incredibly sophisticated understanding of astronomy, crafting a calendar system that was remarkably precise. Their calculations of solar and lunar eclipses, solstices, and equinoxes were so accurate that they continue to astound modern scholars. The Maya conceptualized time in a cyclical manner, viewing celestial events as part of an endless loop. Here's another fascinating tidbit. The ancient Babylonians were pioneers in the field of astronomy. They were among the first to catalogue stars and create a system of constellations that laid the groundwork for Western astronomy. They even devised a method to predict the movements of celestial bodies, which marks the beginning of what we now call ephemerides. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians aligned their pyramids and temples with astronomical events? The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, was precisely oriented to the cardinal points, and certain chambers were aligned with specific stars. This meticulous attention to astronomical detail reflects the deep significance that the stars held in Egyptian culture, often linked to their beliefs about the afterlife. Speaking of ancient cultures, The Inca civilization also has some remarkable stories to tell. The Incas believed that the Milky Way was a celestial river, and they closely observed its movements. Their city of Cusco was designed to mirror the constellation of the Southern Cross, demonstrating a profound connection between their terrestrial landscape. It's interesting to note how the ancient Persians contributed to the field of astronomy as well. The Persian scholar al-Biruni, who lived in the 11th century, calculated the Earth's radius with astonishing precision. His works were so advanced that they influenced both Islamic and European astronomy for centuries to come. And here's something about the ancient Greeks that you might find surprising. While many are familiar with the contributions of figures like Ptolemy and Aristotle, it's worth noting that some Greek philosophers speculated about the possibility of a heliocentric system. Aristarchus of Samos, for instance, proposed that the Earth orbited the Sun long before Copernicus popularized the idea in the 16th century. In the land of ancient China, astronomers were meticulously recording celestial phenomena such as solar and lunar eclipses, comets, and planetary conjunctions. They even developed a star catalogue in the 3rd century BCE, which contained over 1,400 entries. This early database of stars played a crucial role in the development of later astronomical tools and techniques. Here's a delightful fact. The ancient Arab world was also a hub of astronomical activity. Scholars there translated and preserved Greek texts on astronomy, further developing and expanding on these ideas. Instruments like the astrolabe and armillary sphere became more refined and precise under their expertise, aiding in navigation and timekeeping. The ancient Polynesians, too, offer a captivating glimpse into the world of ancestral astronomy. Without any modern instruments, they navigated vast stretches of ocean using only the stars, the sun, and ocean currents. Their star compasses were intricate systems of knowledge passed down through generations, enabling them to voyage and settle across the Pacific with remarkable accuracy. In the realms of ancient Arabia, the Bedouins relied heavily on the stars for navigation across expansive deserts. They developed their own constellations, often different from those used by other cultures, and used these celestial markers to guide their journeys and map their lands. Have you heard about how the ancient Norse saw the cosmos? They believed in a celestial tree, Yggdrasil, which connected the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. The stars were perceived as the fires of the gods, each holding its own place in the grand narrative of Norse mythology. An intriguing aspect of ancient Indian astronomy is the work of Aryabhata, a mathematician and astronomer from the 5th century. Aryabhata proposed that the Earth rotated on its axis, an idea that would not be widely accepted in Europe for several more centuries. His work on the motion of planets and eclipses laid important foundations for future astronomical studies. In ancient Mesopotamia, the ziggurats served as both religious temples and observatories. From these vantage points, priests could observe celestial movements and make astronomical predictions that were deeply intertwined with their rituals and governance. Let us not overlook the influence of the Dogon people of Mali, who have a rich oral tradition full of astronomical knowledge. They are famously known for their detailed understanding of the Sirius star system, knowledge that remains a subject of both wonder and debate among scholars. As we reflect on these ancient achievements, consider how these early astronomers, with their diverse backgrounds and methods, all aimed to decode the mysteries of the cosmos. Each of these cultures, with their unique approaches, enriched our collective understanding of the universe. The stars have always been more than mere distant lights. They are storytellers, guides, and teachers. They connect us to our past and inspire us to explore what lies beyond. As the night deepens and the stars twinkle gently overhead, let's appreciate the profound legacy of those who first looked up and wondered, paving the way for all who would follow. Have you ever pondered how ancient astronomers, without the aid of modern technology, managed to predict celestial events with astonishing accuracy? Here's a captivating fact. The ancient Maya were masters of astronomical calculations. They devised a highly sophisticated calendar system that could predict solar eclipses and the movements of the planet Venus with remarkable precision. This calendar, intricately linked to their religious and cultural practices, underscores their deep reverence for the cosmos. Reflecting on ancient astronomy, the Etruscans had their own unique celestial interpretations. They believed that the sky was divided by the gods into 16 sacred parts, each governed by different deities. This division was crucial for interpreting omens and making decisions, demonstrating how integral the heavens were to their daily lives and spiritual beliefs. Did you know that the Aboriginal Australians possess one of the world's oldest continuous cultures, with a rich tradition of astronomical knowledge? They used the stars not only for navigation, but also as a calendar to track seasonal changes. Their stories and songs, passed through generations, contain references to celestial bodies and phenomena, painting a vivid picture of their connection to the universe. In the ancient world, the Nabateans, known for their architectural marvels like Petra, also had a deep understanding of astronomy. Their temples and monuments were often aligned with the solstices and equinoxes, allowing them to mark the passage of time. This alignment indicates that astronomy played a significant role in their society, influencing both their architecture and their rituals. An intriguing piece of history involves the connection between ancient astronomy and agriculture. The early Neolithic people of Europe, for instance, constructed large stone circles to track the sun's movements, which were crucial for timing agricultural activities. These stone structures, such as Stonehenge, served as both ceremonial sites and astronomical observatories, highlighting the blend of science and spirituality in their lives. Speaking of monumental structures, the ancient Sumerians are credited with developing one of the earliest known forms of writing, cuneiform, which included astronomical texts. These records not only detailed celestial observations, but also provided the basis for later astronomical advancements by cultures that followed. Here's a thought-provoking tidbit. The ancient Aztecs, like the Maya, held a profound respect for the cosmos. They associated different gods with celestial bodies and believed that the sun needed human sacrifices to rise each day. This belief underscores the intense relationship between their religious practices and astronomical beliefs, illustrating how the stars influenced their myths and daily life. Let me share something interesting about ancient Japan. Their star lore, deeply embedded in Shinto and Buddhist traditions, included a calendar system influenced by the lunar cycle. The Japanese also observed the phases of the moon for agricultural planning and religious ceremonies, reflecting their harmonious relationship with nature and the cosmos. Have you heard about the role of astronomy in ancient Persia beyond al-Biruni's contributions? The Persian Empire was home to the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, where scholars gathered to study and translate astronomical texts. Their work preserved and expanded upon Greek and Indian astronomical knowledge, fostering a rich exchange of ideas that shaped the future of astronomy. In the realm of ancient Greece, the Antikythera mechanism stands as a testament to their engineering prowess and astronomical understanding. Discovered in a shipwreck, this ancient device is believed to have been used to predict celestial phenomena such as eclipses and the positions of planets, showcasing the Greeks' sophisticated grasp of celestial mechanics. Did you realize that the Chaco Canyon in present-day New Mexico, also holds astronomical secrets. The ancient Puebloans constructed buildings that aligned with the solar and lunar cycles. This architectural precision indicates their keen observation of the skies, weaving celestial events into the fabric of their daily and spiritual lives. The ancient Indian texts, the Vedas, are another treasure trove of astronomical wisdom. These sacred hymns, composed thousands of years ago, contain references to celestial bodies and their movements. The knowledge encoded in these texts influenced later Indian astronomical works, blending science with spirituality in an elegant tapestry of understanding. Let's consider the role of astronomy in the Polynesian navigation system once more. Beyond star compasses, the Polynesians used a method called wayfinding, which involved reading the ocean swells and understanding the natural world. Their holistic approach to navigation highlights a profound synergy between celestial and earthly observations. Finally, have you wondered how the ancient world perceived comets? For many cultures, comets were seen as ominous signs or harbingers of change. The ancient Chinese meticulously recorded comets and their appearances, providing valuable historical data that helps modern astronomers understand these celestial wanderers' patterns. As we draw these threads together, it's truly awe-inspiring to consider how each ancient culture, with its unique perspective and ingenuity, contributed to our understanding of the universe. These early astronomers, through their careful observations and imaginative interpretations, laid the groundwork for the scientific discoveries that continue to unfold. Their legacy is a reminder of the timeless desire to understand our place in the cosmos, a quest that unites us across the ages. As you drift into slumber, let these stories of our celestial past inspire dreams of exploration and discovery, ever reaching for the stars that have guided humanity for millennia. Here's something you might find captivating. The ancient Egyptians, known for their impressive architectural feats like the pyramids, also had a unique approach to astronomy. Their calendar, crucial for agricultural success, was based on the heliacal rising of the star Sirius. This event marked the beginning of the annual flooding of the Nile, a critical natural cycle for ensuring fertile lands. Isn't it fascinating how they used the stars to predict such vital earthly events? Now, let me share a lesser-known detail about ancient Babylonian astronomers. These early scientists were among the first to use mathematical calculations to predict celestial events, such as lunar eclipses. Their observational records, inscribed on clay tablets, demonstrate a sophisticated understanding of the regularity of astronomical cycles. It's truly remarkable how they laid the foundations for later astronomical calculations. And speaking of ancient prowess, the Maya civilization held an exceptional regard for Venus. They meticulously tracked its cycle, integrating its movements into their intricate calendar system. Venus was not just a planet. It was a celestial deity that influenced their warfare and agricultural practices. Imagine the level of precision and dedication required to observe and record such detailed planetary movements over time. Did you know that the ancient Druids of Britain also harnessed the power of the stars? They are believed to have used sites like Stonehenge for both ceremonial and astronomical purposes. These stone circles were not random arrangements, but rather carefully aligned with the solstices and equinoxes. The Druids' connection to the cosmos was deeply spiritual, highlighting the interweaving of mythology and observation. Here's an intriguing thought. The ancient Chinese developed one of the earliest known star maps, dating back to the 3rd century BCE. This map included over 1,000 stars and was used for both astrological and navigational purposes. The precision of these early astronomers in charting the night sky speaks volumes about their dedication to celestial study. Another fascinating tidbit involves the ancient Greeks, who were the first to propose the geocentric model of the universe, with Earth at the center. While we now know this model was incorrect, it was a pivotal step in the evolution of astronomical thought. This idea persisted for centuries, shaping our understanding of the cosmos and prompting further inquiry and investigation. Let me take you to the Andes, where the Inca civilization also displayed remarkable astronomical knowledge. They constructed observatories to track the movements of celestial bodies, which were crucial for their agricultural calendar. Their understanding of the skies was so advanced that it allowed them to synchronize their activities with seasonal changes seamlessly. This demonstrates how crucial astronomy was to their societal structure and everyday life. Here's a thought-provoking fact. The ancient Mesopotamians were among the first to divide the sky into constellations. Their star catalogue, created over 2,000 years ago, provided a framework that influenced later cultures, including the Greeks and Romans. This early division of the sky into recognizable patterns was a significant leap forward in organizing astronomical knowledge. Speaking of constellations, did you know the Aboriginal Australians have their own unique set of star patterns? These constellations, distinct from those recognized by Western cultures, are deeply embedded in their cultural stories and serve as guides for navigating their vast landscapes. This highlights the diverse ways different cultures have interpreted and utilized the night sky. In ancient Rome, astronomers like Ptolemy made significant strides in understanding planetary motion. His work, the Almagest, compiled the astronomical knowledge of his time and introduced the concept of epicycles to explain the retrograde motion of planets. While this theory was later replaced, it shows the sophisticated level of inquiry Roman astronomers pursued. Let's consider the significance of the moon in ancient cultures. Many civilizations, such as the Celts, used the lunar cycle to structure their calendars and ritual practices. This reliance on the moon for timekeeping underscores its universal importance across diverse societies, reflecting a shared human connection to the cosmos. Now, turning to ancient India, the Surya Siddhanta is a seminal astronomical text that dates back to at least the 5th century. It presents detailed calculations of the positions and orbits of planets, emphasizing the harmony seen between mathematics and astronomy in ancient Indian studies. This text influenced later works and shows the depth of astronomical knowledge at the time. Finally, let's not forget about the ancient Hebrews, who incorporated lunar observations into their religious calendar. The precise timing of festivals and holy days was determined by the phases of the moon, blending celestial observations with spiritual life. This interplay of astronomy and daily routine illustrates the profound influence of the cosmos on religious and cultural practices. Each of these ancient cultures, with their unique perspectives and innovations, contributed to the tapestry of astronomical knowledge that continues to evolve today. As you drift off to sleep, envision the stars and the stories they have inspired throughout history, a constant reminder of the enduring human quest to understand the universe above. Let these tales of ancient wisdom carry you into a peaceful slumber, dreaming of the vast cosmos that has fascinated humanity for millennia.